It felt like a 10-inch knife was stuck in my back.
It would feel like somebody was sticking a red-hot poker in my back.
Like needles going into my leg.
It was knife piercing. It felt like a hammer was on you.
The way he always described it, especially in his back, it felt like somebody had fired up a hot poker and shoved it in his back and left it there. It was a burning sensation. He said it felt like his feet were on fire, his hands were on fire. The word he used was he felt like he was on fire from the inside out. But he always had the 120. And with that, it's like he always said, this isn't the life I thought I'd have, but we have a life and we make it work. There were times when he got really, really down. There was a point where he was hospitalized for depression. With the pain comes the anxiety, comes the depression, comes the, I'm not the person I used to be. And he fought with that and he struggled with that. But at the end of 2016, I really think he was in a good place. He had accepted that this was what it was.
Pain is certainly its neural signals, but it's also the way that those signals are processed by the brain, and that's the component of pain that is suffering. But people come with a mix of various sources of suffering. Some of it, a very common contributor is depression.
Went in on Monday to see the doctor. Doctor said, these guidelines are going to become a law eventually, so we've decided as a group that we're going to take all of our patients down. And I said, that doesn't make sense. What other options are there? If this doesn't work, can you go back up on them? If you take them away, he's in so much pain, he's suffering, can we do something else? If this doesn't work, what do we do next? Doctor said, there is no backup plan, this is it. We're reducing him by a fourth today. Within 2 months, it'll be half. Within 3 months, he'll be down on 25% of what he's on, period. If you don't like it, go find another doctor. Last thing I said to the doctor was, what about your patient's quality of life? Do you see him? He couldn't even get up on the exam table. And the doctor at that point is standing there with the door open to the hallway, looked at me and said, my patient's quality of life is not worth risking my license and my practice over. I could just hear it in his voice. And I could hear how wrong it was. And he said, I have 3 choices. I've been thinking. And he said, I can suffer, and it's gonna get worse, and I'm gonna be more and more dependent. Or I can go find a street dealer, and who knows what I'm gonna end up with. Or I can end it. And I'm choosing option 3. And I knew what he meant. And I said, no, honey, tell me what you mean. Say it out loud. And he said, I'm choosing to end it. I'm done fighting. And we went to the park where we had renewed our wedding vows the year before. We sat and we talked for a little while, and we were sitting on the bench, and I had a hold of one hand, and he took the gun out and put it to his chest and pulled the trigger, and he was gone before he hit the ground. My immediate first thought was relief, because for the first time in 10 years, he was out of pain. That is how bad it was for him. He wasn't the only one. There are hundreds of suicides from chronic pain patients who were stable and had a life.
There are times where patients need to undergo a taper, even though they don't agree with the plan. If you see side effects, if you see really adverse consequences of medications, even though the patient may want to stay on the medication, it's your duty to wean the patient to a lower dose and sometimes take the medication away. But there are many more people who are just having it taken away because the physicians feel uncomfortable prescribing anymore, or they're being told by the practice they work in they can't prescribe anymore, and that's just wrong.
I know that there's an opioid crisis. I'm aware of that. But at the same time, taking those medications away from a pain patient isn't going to solve it. The difference between an addict and a pain patient is very, very simple. An addict, a pill makes their life worse. For a pain patient, it makes their life better. It gives them a life.